Hello, welcome to another episode of On the Beanbag with TMC. I'm your host, Erik MacPherson. Inbound 17 happened last week in Boston. What is Inbound 17? Basically, it's a conference, an annual conference that HubSpot puts on in conjunction with other technology partners. You have 22,000 marketers and sales professionals, business owners that come together to learn about technology and also how to engage with buyers today. What are the trends and the way that people are buying things, whether it's online, through traditional methods, and as well as to get a little inspiration. So thought I'd share with you my key takeaways. I can summarize them in 2 bullet points here. 1, technology. Look, you can't ignore it anymore. It's time to embrace it. 2, be human. Be you. Know what your culture is and demonstrate that culture, whether it's your personal culture, your business culture, your company culture online. So let's start off with HubSpot. This is also a place where, a time where we get to learn a little bit more about HubSpot and any developments, new technology that they're rolling out. So the one thing that I took away from HubSpot is they are dedicated to being that complete B2B technology software platform, technology platform for marketing, for sales, and then they're tying in that next step, which is the customer, and actually having documentation of conversations that we have with our customers, which completes pretty much that life cycle stage of your buyers and how you engage with your customers. So what they're doing is tying in all communications across the platform, providing companies with a view into each company contact conversation, ensuring that everyone across the company is on the same page. There's also an emphasis on content strategy and using the HubSpot platform to analyze the data as to what blogs are working, what blogs aren't working, what landing pages are working, and actually make suggestions based upon keywords, based upon human behavior patterns of topics that should come up next. That helps us from a marketing perspective as to making sure we are writing the right content with the right context. Messaging, that is the future, that's now, that's here. Messaging, meaning chat, meaning what we're using, remember AOL and chat, instant messaging? I mean, that is here again in a different way, a different format, and it's something that we need to be embracing because that's a way we want to engage with folks that we're communicating and working with and buying through or partnering with. Also, AI, artificial intelligence, along with machine learning. Crazy to hear the impact that that's having within the HubSpot technology stack, if you will, and the acquisitions that they are making in terms of utilizing machine learning to free up our time as salespeople, as marketers, as business owners. Really important stuff, I think, that's coming soon. And then, of course, storytelling. Storytelling is just still what it's all about, and connecting with that human on the other end. Remember, it is a human on the other end of that computer or that mobile device that's reading your stories, the stories that you're telling. So we need to create content that educates and that really resonates. And we need to use content platforms other than written blogs. Video. I mean, last year we were talking about how video was going to really be the future and what the trend was, and it still is. Video continues to be king. We all want to watch things when we're on our mobile devices or if we're at our desktop. So, and I think you're going to see micro sites, which is becoming a focus versus the typical landing page that we're used to. One of the other trends that we continue to hear, whether it was from the folks at HubSpot or other technology partners or other agencies like TMC Digital Media, is Facebook. Facebook is not to be ignored anymore. It's time to start investing into Facebook and engaging with your buyers on Facebook. 1.2 billion people are using Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is going to become a very powerful platform if used correctly, so that we're not spamming people. But it's going to be quickly become a powerful platform for conversations with your buyers and driving conversations. Not to forget also that HubSpot has a native messaging platform as well that we are incorporating on websites and utilizing a messaging strategy there in order to communicate in real time with your buyers, regardless of whether it's buying, whether it's servicing, whatever it may be. Another key takeaway is that email is not dead. it's just getting harder and harder and harder for people to actually open emails and read emails. We have to be smarter with our email marketing, especially in this industry of food service equipment, food service supply. Email is being relied upon so much today. As much as we can't stand it, it ain't going anywhere. Personalization is so key to that. It's not just the first name, but the actual content must match the interests of the folks that you're emailing. So important. Automation is so key too. The more you use automated email responses based upon certain triggers, the more you get opens, the more you get click-through rates. That is going to keep it up. But the key thing I think that I took away from listening about email today is that we got to keep it simple. Short, simple, action. Take action. Also, video that's personalized within these emails as well. There's a 300% increase in click-through rates if you're providing not only video but personalized video. Think about that for a minute. Yes, that takes a little bit more work, but isn't it important to get your client to engage with you and your customers to engage with you by taking a little bit of extra time to personalize that message? Also, another quick tip here, especially we do a lot helping out a lot of reps with Taste of Out the Sham events and things like that, but something that you might want to incorporate is include a countdown timer on these emails. You can use these short kind of like GIFs of countdown timers and things like that. That's something that was really interesting to hear, and I think we can apply that to all these types of demo events and so forth. The next big topic that I wanted to walk away with is really talking about company culture. What is your company culture? What is your mission? Do you know those things? Have you written them down? And directly related to that is word of mouth. Right? Word of mouth has never been so important today. We all live by word of mouth referrals, and that's a great way to increase obviously your business and gain new accounts. And it's so much more important today. Social media, the web, that has made this voice more powerful than ever. And word of mouth still has the most impact on business decisions, on purchase decisions. Okay, so that ain't going anywhere either. But we need to embrace and make sure that what we're doing online represents that and utilize this word of mouth channel. Also, we need to align the budget with the shift in human behavior. That's something else we took away here, which is again focusing on visual content, messaging, social media, things like that. And lastly, a key takeaway: embrace you, know who you are, and be you. Don't necessarily change because of social pressures and things like that. Humanize your engagement with your buyers and bring in stories from your personal life and your kids. Again, let's be human. I think we all have this sense of humanity together, and the more that we are human and relate to other humans, the more our story and messaging is going to make an impact when it comes to our solutions, our products that we're trying to get out there for people to buy. Marketing campaigns take some time to show impact. That's another thing too that I took away here. I was listening to Rand Fishkin, who is the founder of Moz.com, which is the leader in search engine optimization. And he was just telling a story about how Whiteboard Friday, which is like the biggest thing online now, it sucked when they started. Low engagement, not a whole lot of views. And the whole point of his story was they stuck with it. They realized that you can't just build something. Take On the Beanbag, for example, right? There's not a whole lot of people that are watching On the Beanbag. I'm hoping it reaches a few of you, and that it's going to catch on here over time. It's going to take time, so stick with it. It starts, you got to start it, and then all of a sudden it takes this trajectory that you're looking for, almost like that hockey stick trajectory. That holds true with anything when it comes to digital marketing today and what you're trying to do online. It takes time. It is a marathon, it's not a sprint. You're gonna see those results. The more blog posts you have, when you get to a certain point, that's where your organic traffic is going to spike. That's where you're gonna generate more leads. So don't expect large scale wins. Just continue to stick with this stuff, build your audience and connect with them, be real, be authentic, and we're gonna have a lot of fun connecting with and engaging with your buyers and customers in the food service space. Hope this was helpful. Hopefully, if you have any interest in visiting or being at Inbound 18 next year, please let us know. We highly encourage our clients, future clients, or not even just associates and colleagues. Come. Shout out to Mitch, who made it there from GMV Sales. It was awesome to have you for a little while, man. I can't wait for more food service folks to be a part of this incredible week of learning and engaging. And we'll see you again on the next episode of On the Beanbag with TMC. Cheers.